Genshin Impact made an oopsie? Yeah, actually they did, and I'm pretty mad about it. And I feel like most of the community also agrees, as well as Forbes. Yeah, Forbes wrote an article about how underwhelming the Genshin anniversary is. That's how bad this has gotten. Even the normies are like, yo, this is actually kind of messed up. Like, this is hitting mainstream media for how underwhelming this 1-year anniversary is. But let me break it down to you why we're upset and why it's actually justified. Before we get started, make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications to help support the video. And if you want to see more Genshin Impact and gacha gaming content in general. Anyways, let's get into it. First off, I just want to say is that I actually do love Genshin Impact. I also love what MiHoYo has done for me over the past few years, but this is kind of messed up, and I really believe that we should be critical of the things that we love. Now, when I say that, it's kind of like being in a relationship with someone. If you blindly agree and always love everything they do, it's kind of toxic. So being critical and being upset with stuff is only natural. So I do love Genshin, but it's important to also take it with a grain of salt. Anyways, this is why this whole event's messed up. Okay, this first part is about their web event they're doing, a message in time web event. This already had me tripping because I genuinely thought I read it wrong for how bad it is. Are you ready? Basically between September 29th to October 7th, you can go onto the website and do basically a raffle. And at the end of the raffle, after making an anniversary card, you get to find out if you have the 10% chance of winning one blessing of the Welkin Moon. A 10% chance. The other 90% get 100,000 Mora. Now, you might be wondering, well, 100,000 Mora, that sounds like a lot in theory. 100,000 Mora cannot even upgrade a 5-star artifact all the way to level 16. It can't even do that. That's how bad this is. I'm not even asking for a full upgraded artifact. I'm just asking at least hit 16. But you can't even do that with 100,000 Mora. Like, it's so, like, come on, one full upgrade. I don't think it's asking for much when you're the 90% of the majority, right? Versus the 10% that actually get something useful. Anywho, next part. 100 Primo Gems to 1,000 winners. Oh, that's so cool. Do you want to know how much it is to wish for a single pull in Genshin Impact? 160 Primo Gems. You can't even pull a goddamn debate club for 100 Primo Gems. That's how bad that is. Primo Gems, 100 for 1,000 winners. Do you realize how massive the player base is for this game? To only give it out to 1,000 winners? This is not a small game. This has been nominated for so many awards even last year before the game took full-fledged this year. It is insane to only give it to 1,000 people. And even other games owned by MiHoYo. That's right, also other gacha games that MiHoYo owns that they treat better than this. One thing I do want to mention is MiHoYo is known for giving us surprises and giving us events that do allow us to have extra pulls. But in reality, it's just that as a community event in particular, this is still extremely lackluster. Like, you might as well just not even do those community events. Because the in-game events, I can totally justify and I can understand completely, but this is kind of insulting. 100 Primo Gems for 1,000 people. It's a pyramid scheme at the end of the day because you're just funneling it out to people. They're reposting so that other people repost and so on and so forth, which is the definition of a pyramid scheme. So it's kind of just a weird event to do that's supposed to be a community event. In-game events are different. I think MiHoYo does a great job at executing in-game events, but as a community event, this is just messed up. And that's my take on it. But I do look forward to seeing what they do to redeem themselves with in-game for their in-game events. Fingers crossed, because I do always have high hopes for them, and I do hope they listen to a lot of the criticism that's currently happening. So now that we criticized a little bit, let's talk about how I wish that they would improve this event for the community/online content. First off, I'm going to say is, as a 1-year anniversary, I would be really appreciated if you could just give everybody the Welkin Moon. I understand that maybe it's a little bit out of the range for what you want to do financially for the game, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful in that sense, but damn, if you're going to do it for in-game currency then, for just something that's super free and easy to get, you can do more than 100,000 Mora. At least 200,000 Mora could get my artifacts up to level 16 for a 5-star. Like, just little things like that could really help out the game a lot, and especially to players who want to participate. because 100,000 more is pretty embarrassing in comparison. As for the 100 primo gems per 1,000 people, which is now 2,000 people because of the 2 separate events technically, I would just say that at least make it 160. Like, I don't know. I feel like that one's actually just really abysmal. One, having only 1,000 people get it is pretty bad, especially since it's a pyramid scheme where you want people to reshare so their friends reshare, so their friends reshare, so on and so forth. But if you're going to do that, then at least make the prize a lot higher so there's actually incentive behind it, like a proper pyramid scheme. That's a weird thing to say, but it's true. Like, damn, it's only 1,000 people. You could definitely give a lot more than 100 primo gems. Those are like just a few things that you could possibly do. I know there's a lot more I could say, but I just really want you guys to understand that I do love Genshin with all of my heart. It takes up a large part of every one of my days. And as a community member, as an active member of this community, I just want to say that I love you guys. And just because I'm critical of it doesn't mean I don't like it. And I really hope that Genshin does improve and that the MiHoYo community team takes this into consideration next time. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. I think my next one for my sort of mini rant videos is going to be about how stamina works in Genshin versus other gacha games made by MiHoYo. All right, catch you guys later. Bye. Bye.